Hi there, I'm Rainn Wilson. I'm backstage at Rock Honors on Video Hits 1 with, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this, The Who. Come on.
You didn't say it.
I didn't say it. No, it's basic cable. I can't.
Oh.
What an honor to meet you guys. This is so exciting. How do you feel? It's the first time one band has been honored and all of these amazing bands are paying tribute to you. And I have to ask the obvious question, how does that make you feel?
Great. And nervous.
Nervous? You? Come on.
Yeah, no, it does. I'm kind of fans of these bands as well. You know.
Oh, yeah?
So it's...
What band are you excited to hear?
All of them.
All of them.
Flaming Lips. They're a lot of fun.
They're doing a performance art show or something like that.
Well, they always do.
Yeah. Are they going to involve you in some way? Put you in a jello mold or something?
I hope not.
What do you like better, the English Office or the American Office?
I don't like the English one.
You don't like it?
I don't like that guy that wrote it. I think
You
it
don't
stinks.
really?
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'm going to tell him that. Absolutely.
I've told him to his
He
face.
likes you.
I don't think he does.
I think he
Not
does.
after I called him an
Oh, he did. He loves people. He loves people that call him.
That's fantastic.
Did you call him a fat?
No, I know.
Well, oh,
No,
no, maybe not.
Do you want the whole story, or is this really
I would love
short?
the whole story.
We were at dinner, and I told a story to him about me finding God, or believing that maybe I wasn't God, by having a really bad LSD trip on an aeroplane after the Monterey Pop Festival. And he listened very, very carefully with his face right from the TV show like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went, but that doesn't affect my experience, does it? And I said, no. And he said, no, okay. So I said, did you think I was trying to persuade you of something? I was just telling you a story. You So
Wow.
that's how the story went.
That's a great story. You know what? I'm gonna kick him in the neck next time I see him.
So you're
I'm on the
you're
American
in the-
Office. Don't
you're in
even
the
worry
new-
about it.
I'll check it out.
You don't have to, please.
Do we have it in the
please
UK?
don't. Yeah, it's on some tiny little station over there. But let's talk about The Who. Come on. You guys have a catalog of, I don't know how many hundreds of songs. How are you guys going about the process of picking the songs you're going to play
We're
tomorrow?
playing the easy ones.
The easy ones. The
Everybody else
three-chord
has
ones.
chose the difficult ones, so
They
we're
have, that's
on
kind
the
of
easy
cool.
ones.
How do you prepare for something like
We
this?
don't really rehearse very much. In the old days when we had Keith Moon and John Entwistle were still alive and we were touring all the time, we never rehearsed. It was kind of a principle. And I don't like to rehearse at all if I can avoid it, because I think that if it feels good to go out there and just jump in, although some of the songs are tricky, so you can forget them. But no, we haven't rehearsed at all, really. We did a run-through yesterday where we put the gear out so that the roadies could rehearse.
And polish it.
I walked in and I started to play, and I realised that I actually can't play at all because I've spent a year playing the piano. I haven't touched a guitar. Roger started
you have no
to...
calluses
I looked,
right
I looked, no, my fingers hurt. I looked round and Roger had sung a couple of songs, then he was gone. He went. He said, oh,
I'd had enough.
he'd had enough, two songs. And
Lead singers.
no, he was
what
gone.
Can you do?
Yeah, I know.
All of your songs are being used on CSI. Isn't that awesome?
It is. Jerry Bruckheimer is a superstitious man, apparently. And he used the song, the first one, on the first
Right.
show. And then, because the show was such a big hit, apparently he's superstitious, so he wanted to use a Who song on every show.
Uh-huh.
I think the next one that there's a possibility is a CSI London, maybe, that I'm talking about.
Oh, goodness.
And if that actually happened, I think he might break the chain there. I don't know quite what he would use, but
Oh,
that
really?
would kind of piss me off. I've got a room full of plastic awards from various people to do with this project, and once we did a thing where in New York for who's the company? Is it CBS?
Yes, that's
we
right.
went and we did a show for the CBS execs. We just did the three songs, and before we were going on, Roger looked at me and he went, "This is creepy. This is weird," because we were just going on and playing three songs for the CBS guys. But I was really glad to do it. It's been I've met people, particularly from the Russian states, who pick up that show, who only know the Who
Through the theme song.
through that theme song.
That's fantastic. Can you pick a favorite CSI show and/or theme song?
He was in one.
Oh, that's
I've never seen the show.
Yeah.
I've been in it, and I've never
Now,
actually...
who did you play in it?
I'm obsessive
It's
about it. I
actually
love
true.
it. I'm crazy about it. I
Yeah,
love that
you do
ginger
about the
guy.
Blue
and
Bloodline. I
that
didn't
girl
know
whose
that.
voice is so high it's beyond the range of human hearing, and the guy who came in as a busboy and who's now the star. I can't remember their names, but no.
Right.
Great
Horatio,
bunch of
I-
people.
good-
Great,
good
they
guy.
really are a great bunch of people.
I think they need to do like CSI Fresno or something like a tiny little town, like the Motel 6 or something like that, and they find a fiber and they don't know what it is. And
CSI Aqua.
I was on CSI, true story, and I played Guy in Supermarket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had a bigger part.
And were you
Yeah,
funny?
I'm sure. I was that was in my creepy stage. So I was like
You're
a
not
creepy
creepy
guy.
now.
Yesterday.
I'm no longer creepy. I'm happy and wholesome. I can't believe I'm talking to the Who. I'm freaked out. There's a new Who bundle for Rock Band. Do you guys know this game? Pete Townsend, do you play Rock Band?
Well, a better story will be that my son, who's 18 and just got a driving license, just finished high school, suddenly goes from, being a little boy who likes a hug and, likes it when I give him money, comes in and suddenly he's talking like a man and telling me to get out of his way and where's my dinner and blah, 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 blah. Now, he's a still great guy, but he's suddenly like a man. Came in to me and I was mixing some music in my studio, and he came and he stood there with his face, and he's about 6'4", and he said, "Where's the rock band?" And I said, "Oh, I lent it to some little kid to play." And he went. Billy Corgan said to me that he thinks that these games are reconnecting people to the passion and emotion in music. But he's just doing a deal with one of the companies, so maybe that's what it's about.
It's true. I think classic rock has been brought to a whole generation of American kids. I hate that word classic rock. Just great rock and roll from back in the day has been brought to a whole bunch of
So
kids.
classic rock. It's interesting because every now and again it will be one of the songs that isn't kind of used in every single movie. For Who music, it's a very small packet of songs that get used over and over again, and it happens to be that batch of songs that were big on FM radio in the heyday of FM radio. There's a handful of songs that were played more than the others, and those are the songs that the guys that do the commercials and the boomers that are buying the products, those are the ones that they tend to use because they're familiar with them. Those are the songs that now the young kids are so they're coming into Who music through these particular songs, but every now and again there'll be a side swipe, like The Seeker, which it was never a big Who song, ever. It was used in a movie, it was used in American Beauty, and then a couple of young bands started to record it, and then bands like English bands like the Fratellis, they're Scottish actually, but British bands like the Fratellis have recorded it, and suddenly that song is a song that's very, very well known among really young kids. So occasionally these things do create big differences in the way that people get to know the music. So it is a way for people to hear our stuff, which they certainly wouldn't hear on the radio anymore.
Are there contemporary rock bands you guys get into these days?
Oh yeah, of course there are.
What? Sometimes you ask people and they're like, "No, I don't listen to the new stuff." So what kind of stuff do you like to listen to?
Well, the indie scene is just massive and just so rich, and there's so much talent, so many kids that started playing guitar and drums when they were just little kids. Our kids are like that. Both our kids are not necessarily musicians, but they can make music, and they don't necessarily do it as a career, but they make music. They grew up with it. Who do I like right now? Well, at the moment, the music I've been listening to a lot is I like Wilco. I really like the new Smashing Pumpkins. He's not young, but I like that stuff. But newer bands, who's really good? I really love Amos Lee. I love Willie Mason. The Fratellis, they're a great band.
There's
Raconteurs.
more
of course. Yeah, I've played with them.
There's an English guy
They did
called
the
Newton
sequel.
Faulkner as well. He's worth watching.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Newton Faulkner.
Yeah.
Just a solo guy, like a white rasta.
There's some great
He's
music.
well
there's
worth
some
looking
really
after.
great, and the music scene is vigorous, and and different to the way it was in our day. You know, we were lucky because when we kicked off, there were probably in London area that, you know, we were maybe less than, I don't know, maybe 20 bands, and they all became famous, you know, and nowadays there are hundreds of thousands. It's a much more difficult scene, but it's much more vigorous, much more spread and exciting, some wonderful, wonderful energy. And it must be tough though, you know, to see that, you know, you've written a song, recorded it, and it's on Facebook or whatever it is, and it's got 40,000 people have listened to it, and it does not change your life.
Right. You don't get a dime for it.
No, well, it's not just that. You don't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't reach it, you can't. So this is why the live thing these days is being so exalted, you know, so necessary for musicians to feel something. I don't know whether the function of music has maybe changed a bit. You know, the function of the rock song is maybe changing. So.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Backstage Rock Honors with none other than the Who. Thank you.